Greetings from Bermuda, this is BDA Limey, and welcome to Innkeeper's Basement, a turn-based roguelike deck builder that plays a bit like a mix of desktop dungeons and Minesweeper. The developer has very kindly given me a key to the game so we can check it out, so that's what we're going to do right now. Before we begin, just worth noting that there is background music in the game, but there are licensing issues associated with that, so I've turned that off for the purposes of this video. Alright, let's jump in. So we begin the game by choosing our race and our class. At the beginning, we only have one race to choose from, with 3 others unlocked that we can unlock by satisfying various conditions. There are, however, I believe 16 different races in the game, so there are many more that are just hidden here at the moment. And similarly with classes, we have 2 that we can pick from. I think we only have 1 that we can pick from at the start, but I made some progress in a previous run, so I've also unlocked the second one, with 3 more classes unlocked. Again, there are, I believe, 24 classes in total, so again, there are more available than are shown here. The combination of our race and class affects our starting stats and our starting deck. So if I hover over the race here, you can see on the right-hand side of the screen at the top there, the cards that are shown are the cards that we are getting in our deck because we are choosing the human. Similarly, if I go down to the bottom and hover over the adventurer, those are the cards in the bottom right that we would be added to our deck because we're choosing an adventurer. If we chose a mage instead, we would get these ones instead. When I move my mouse away, the combined set of cards shown here is what we're getting in combination with the race and the class that we've picked. So I'm going to start off by picking the adventurer class. Similarly with the stats here, normally we would start with those stats, but if I add in the effects of the adventurer as well, that changes the stats. Just quickly running through what these are. So we have stamina, which is used to play some cards that have yellow cost in the top left corner. We have mana, which is used to cast spells, indicated by blue numbers in the top left corner. We have our health. We die and lose the run if that reaches 0. Armor, which protects health, additional health pool, basically. We have our strength here, which increases the effect of stamina-based cards. So any card like Punch here that costs stamina to play will have its damage modified by our strength. Similarly for magic, increases or decreases the effect of mana-based cards like Energy Bolt. And a human adventurer will start off with a penalty of 1 to both of those stats. In addition to that, we have our hand size here, which defines how many different card types we can hold, and you'll see what that means when we begin to play. And our card draw, how many cards we're going to draw into our hand each turn. We can pick a constellation for our adventurer. At the beginning, we have a choice of 2. We can either go with Aries, when a card cannot be drawn once per turn, we increase the next turn's draw. Or Taurus, when a card cannot be drawn, we restore 1 health. And again, we'll see what that means when we get going. I'm just going to pick Aries for now. Each race also has an ability here. So in the case of the human, generalism, each card added to our deck will add 1 maximum HP to it. And then each class chosen has a benefit as well. So for the adventurer, that is fishing. We will gain a fish card every 10 turns. And let's see what that is when we begin. So once we have chosen our race and our class, we just click next. If we have any of these karma points from previous runs, we can spend them on various cards that we can add to our starting deck. We don't, so I'm going to continue onwards. And this is where we select the dungeon that we want to go into. At the beginning, there is just 1 that we can pick, but there are a number of others. And again, although I think there's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shown here, I think there are more than that. I think there are maybe 10, 12 dungeons in total. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, the goal for this one, the first doors, is to find the key, unlock the doors, and escape. And if we do that, we will get 10 karma for completing that per race class combination. So you can keep doing this multiple times, which will let us farm karma, which will let us buy more stuff to add to our deck, so we improve our deck between runs. Okay, I have not beaten this yet. I've done a couple of runs just to get used to the mechanics of the game. It's quite hard, so we'll see how we do this time. Okay, so quick overview of the UI. You can see our stamina here, our mana here, our health here, our armor here, and our current strength modifier and our current magic modifier here, which is just hiding behind me, but it's also -1. Our bonuses here that we took, it's showing us over here. A deck at the bottom, these are the 7 slots that we can draw cards into. So this hand size here, which determines how many different card types we hold, this affects how many slots there are here. And on each turn, we will draw 1 extra card. And so if it's the same as an existing type of card, it will just be added in a stack to that. Like you can see here, we've got 2 of these punch cards, 3 of these pokes, 2 of these fast breathings. Otherwise, it will be added into an empty slot if there is one. If there is no empty slot, then we don't draw a card. And that was what was meant by this. When a card cannot be drawn once per turn, increase the next turn's draw by 1 instead. So on the board here, Minesweeper style, this number in the middle here shows us how many enemies there are on this tile or any plus any of the surrounding tiles. This number in the bottom left corner shows us how much damage those enemies will do in total with their attacks. It gives us an idea of how strong they are. And then this icon you can see behind the number 2 shows us what is in this room. So in this case, it will be some money, which we can add to our money pile up here, which we'll be able to use to buy stuff in shops. Also, right at the top here, it's showing us the kind of achievements that we could do during this run. So if we have 10 magic at any point, we will unlock the elf. If we win while having only 3 cards, we will unlock the gnome. This one we can't do. We have to descend to the final level of the dungeon as an elf. And since we're not playing as an elf, we can't do it. And there's a couple of others as well. Descend to the final level of the dungeon while only using piercing damage. Kill 25 monsters without using mana in the game. If we can do those, we will unlock stuff. So it's quite nice. It gives you a way to see what the current active challenges are. All right, so let's go. So on our turn, we can click a tile that is visible. So any of these that are question marks, we can't click, but the visible ones we can. So our only choice to begin with is to click this. So no enemy in there. That then reveals all of the tiles around it, along with indicators of how many monsters are on that tile or on the tile adjacent to it. We can then pick up the gold by clicking on it. That gets added to our stash up here. And then we proceed onwards like that. So let's say we go, let's go up here. So 2 enemies on any of these red highlighted tiles. Okay, here's an enemy. And he immediately did 5 damage to us, which came off our armor here. So enemies will attack us when we end our turn on the floor. Basically, the order of progression is when we click on a tile, we reveal it, and then our turn ends. And so that's why we revealed the spiderling, our turn ended, and he did 5 damage to us. Now it's our turn again, and on our turn we can play as many cards as we like from our hand. And our turn only ends again when we click on another one of the tiles on the board. So I'm going to play Poke to deal 1 damage to him. By clicking that, when there's only 1 enemy on the board, it automatically targets that enemy. And now we've got access to the lookout tower, which lets us mouse over it, and that will show us what is behind every tile on the board. So we can see down here, these steps are where we're trying to get to go down to level 1 of the dungeon. We're currently on level 0. Now, we can either make a direct beeline for that, but generally it's best to do some exploring first, get some money buy some stuff from the shop, which is behind this tile down here, and basically upgrade our deck before we go down to the next level where the monsters are going to be harder to deal with. So we'll click on this. We've revealed another spiderling who's attacked us for 5 again. You can see underneath all of our resources over here, the number underneath shows us how much of that resource we will regenerate each turn. So we will kill the spiderling by poking him again. And this reveals the location of another object on this level. Well, we've already seen everything because of the lookout tower, but this permanently reveals one tile for us as well. Let's wander over this way so we can get this chest. Okay, there's no enemy behind that. What we've revealed here is an altar of sacrifice. So we can click on that to skip our turn, to effectively end our turn. But every time we do that, we will lose 1 health. So you might want to do that if you are running low on cards in your hand and you need a way to draw more cards into it. Because we only draw 1 card each turn, even though we can play as many cards as we like during our turn. And that is one of the most difficult things to manage with this game, is the fact that you can easily end up with a card with no hands in it, a hand with no cards in it, and then monsters on the board that you can't kill, who will then do damage to you every turn. Anyway, for now we're good, so we're going to head over to this chest. No monster there. And we have a choice. Demonic Book, increase our... what this is called, spell power, basically. This will increase the damage of our spell cards by 2. However, we decrease our maximum health by 5. Potion of Health, restore all our health. Well, we're currently on 48, so we don't really need that. Or Demonic Strength, increase our strength by 2 and decrease our maximum health by 5. Well, because we're playing as the Adventurer, which primarily has physical attack cards, I'm going to take Demonic Strength. And so you can see this has now gone up to 1 from -1. So all of our attack cards now, rather than their damage being reduced by 1, they're going to be increased by 1 instead. Oh, sorry, anything that's a stamina-based card. So anything that has a stamina cost, so it affects Punch. The damage of that is now 6 rather than 4 before, but it doesn't affect Poke because that's not a stamina-based card. We don't have to spend any resources to play that. Okay, well, let's keep exploring. Well, do we want to reveal that, though? Because there's no benefit from defeating monsters. We don't get any gold from defeating them. So really, we only want to get to, I guess, the gold over here, and then the shop down there would be good. So let's go through here. Okay, Spiderling. We'll poke him. He dropped a loot bag. Pick 1 of 3 cards to add to our deck. Raging Tri-Blow, deal 2 damage 3 times. That will be affected by strength, though, so that's going to be 3 damage 3 times. Common Pack, pick a card out of a random selection of 3 common. That's a consumable, so once we use it, it goes away. Or White Pill, draw 10 cards. Again, card draw is really important in this game. So that's really nice, but it's a one-time deal. I'm going to take Raging Tri-Blow, however. Having a better attack cards is also really important. And then we're going to go down and try and get this money. Okay, no enemies here. So you can see, again, every time I'm clicking, that's ending my turn, which is why it's drawing a card into my hand. But clicking on an icon does not end our turn. That just collects or does whatever the thing is. And clicking on a empty location that we've already discovered doesn't do anything either, so you can't just do that to keep drawing cards into your hand. Okay, the campfire down here will let us burn a card or destroy a card in order to wait for 3 turns. So it will, in other words, it lets us draw 3 cards into our hand, but at the expense of burning 1 random card. And we can do that 5 times, I believe. I don't want to do that though, so I'm going to go down this way. I'm going to reveal the steps and come down to the shop here. Okay, Mind Vortex. He's bad news. So some of the enemies have special abilities. So this one forces you to discard 5 cards on death. drops a chest when defeated. And you can see a little summary of his stats there. His attack is 2. He has 4 health out of a maximum of 4. He will regenerate 0 health per turn if we don't attack him. He will regenerate 0 shield per turn, and he currently has 0 out of 0 shield. So just as we can have, armor. Just as we can have armor, so some enemies can have armor as well. So this is really annoying. We could just ignore him, except then we can't get to the shop and we won't get the chest either. We could keep exploring. So if we end our turn, like it says here, if we end our turn on this floor, he will do 2 damage to us every time we end our turn on the floor. So if I was to click on this tile here, obviously that ends my turn. I draw a card and he deals 2 damage to me. So if you can take the damage, then that's fine. You can do that. But most of the time, you're going to want to kill the creatures that you reveal as quickly as possible. So I guess I am going to kill you. And you're going to discard a bunch of my cards, which is really annoying, but best thing to do. Because the chest does have good rewards in it. So Demonic Shield increased our maximum armor by 15, but decrease our maximum health by 10. Pact with the Devil, increase stamina regeneration and mana regeneration by 1, but decrease our maximum health by 50. I don't know whether that will just kill us or whether that will reduce it to 1. I'm not going to find out either way. Or Demonic Book, increase our spell power by 2, but decrease our maximum health by 5. We don't have many spell cards, so it's not really worth taking that. Alternatively, we can heal for 25 or take 25 gold. Demonic Shield is not bad. There are other cards that could let us do things like increase our shield regen rate. But let's take the... Well, we've only got 14. We're not able to buy much in the shop anyway. Let's take Demonic Shield then. So now our armor has gone up to 20 max, but our health has dropped to 36. I hope that wasn't a bad decision. And let's go in the shop. So we have 14 gold, so we can afford nothing in here, unfortunately. But this gives you an idea of some of the things that we could add to our deck. Cards dealing more damage. Discard a fire card, which I am guessing will be a keyword on some cards. But adds 12 burns to our deck. Demonic Armor, that's the thing that we just got as a reward. Normally costs 400 to buy. Wow, okay. Or vodka, wine, or beer, which will let us destroy, respectively, a card in our hand, discard pile, or deck. Or we can sell a card for 100. And this card is chosen at random. And Poke is actually not a great card. So I am going to take him up on that. Now, Mammonite, interesting deal. Damage equal to 1 plus our current gold, and then lose all gold. So the final boss of this dungeon has an insane amount of health. He's got about 400 health. So we're going to need something powerful to be able to kill him. Or we need a card that can push him out the way. And so then we can escape without killing him. Yeah. A card like this could do that. We would have to pretty much save up all the money that we get. We'd have to sell at every opportunity. Not sure whether I want to try and do that. What else is there? Annihilation, deal 15 damage, penetrating. Radius equal to the selected level. Presumably the level of the dungeon that we're on. Lose all stamina and mana. Can't afford it anyway, though. In fact, the only one I can afford would be Mammonite or Kick. And if I buy Mammonite, this immediately drops to 14 damage. Kick we already have in our deck. So So, but it will let us move that final boss out the way. So maybe we should take another copy of it. No, I'm going to hold off. I think we need more powerful attacks at this stage. Okay, so we can safely click on these tiles, which are walls, because an enemy will never be hidden in a wall. So we can do that to draw cards again. So once our draw pile is empty, our discard pile is shuffled back into it, and we start drawing again. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to click on all these spaces that we know are safe, just to draw some more cards. I think we tried to draw a card there that we did not already have in our hand. And so that went to our discard pile. Yeah, that was our kick. So maybe we go down. We can always come back up later as well if we want. Okay. Floor 1. Let's wander. Okay, strong enemies around here, although there are 4 of them. So it's not surprising that they add up to 18. Let's go down here. Oh god, another mind vortex. Boy. I guess the raging tri-blow would kill him and then I just lose my cards again. Punch would also kill him for less stamina expenditure. The game does have, you probably noticed, the game does have scroll when you move your mouse to the edges of the window. So unfortunately, that means it sometimes scrolls when you don't want it to. But it's a minor issue. Okay, fine, Mr. Mind Vortex, we will kill you and lose half our hand. Pick a reward. Double-edged sword deals 26 damage. Add 1 Curse of Pain to deck. So Curse of Pain is a card that it will do 5 damage to us when we play it, but then it will be discarded from our deck or removed from our deck permanently. So that's not too bad. And 26 damage is pretty good. We're going to need some more powerful weapon cards. I'm going to take that. Chest. Destroy card and discard. Steel Scales. Increase our maximum armor by 5. Or Potion of Mana. Restore all mana. We're going to keep increasing our max armor. I'm going to hope I can find a way to improve our regen rate. We'll click that to reveal, okay, that one down there. And then let's head down to here. This is an event. There is a Spiderling here, but we can poke him to kill him, which we will do. Okay, Magical Construct. You've found an enormous magical construct which ran out of its energy. Requires magic greater than or equal to 5. We have -1. Fill it with mana, lose 10 mana, or leave. Let's fill it with mana. It comes to life. Hello, traveller. There are ways in which I could assist you. What is that you seek? Increase maximum armor by 20. Restore all armor. Or add 5 random free cards to our deck. At this rate, we're not going to replenish our armor fast enough. So I'm going to take repair. Okay, this here is the key that we need to get out of the gate at the bottom of the dungeon. So we do need to grab that. So I'm going to go there regardless. Okay, a rat. Attacks us for 1. We need to deal 8 damage to kill it. So I'm going to do 1 punch and 2 pokes. Get rid of it. And then grab the key. And then go over here and use the watchtower again to see what's what. Okay, so the exit is way over there. And it's surrounded by walls. So the only way we can get there is to go along here. You'll notice if I click on a wall, well, this is revealed because we revealed it earlier, but it doesn't reveal the tiles around it, which means we can't click on them, which means we can't go through it. So it forces us to go around it. There is money here and here. There is a shop down there, which we already knew. We should definitely try and get the cash, I think. So we're just going to go that way. Yep. And here, another spiderling. Okay, we'll poke you as well. Grab the cash. Is there any more cash? There is more cash there. Let's get as much cash as we can before we go to the shop, because once we go there, it disappears. This is the fish card that we generate every 10 turns. So it restores 10 health, 5 stamina, 5 mana, and draws a card, and then the card goes away. Spiderling, we do not have a poke, so I'm going to have to punch you instead. Rat. We could kill with a double-edged sword, but let's use our Raging Tribal actually, because that's taking up a slot. And our kick, because that's taking up a slot as well. Okay, pick one. Clumsy attack, discard a random card, deals 11 damage. Rested Strike deals 7 damage plus 1 per stamina that we have. That could be pretty good. We're usually fairly full up on stamina, and because it's a stamina card, it's going to get the bonus of our strength as well. We can lower target's attack by 5. That's also useful. I mean, that's another way of us just ignoring an enemy. If we can make their attack low enough, yeah, we can just ignore them. But I'm going to take a Rested Strike. I grab this. Yggdrasil Cherry, restore all health, all stamina, all mana, destroy 1 random card. Cursed 1, increase our magic by 5, add 10 Curses of Pain to the deck. Or Sacrificial Runes, increase our magic by 10, increase the cost of all cards by 3 health. This would unlock the elf if we took this, but then we wouldn't win the run. So I'm not going to do that. I don't really want to do this either, so I guess I'm going to take the money. Another rat. We will punch and we will poke. Then we will go here and grab the money. And now we may as well go to the shop because there's no more money to find in this level. There's a rat awaiting us there. Let's get rid of, well, let's use Rested. Oh, God. Rested Strike, not quite strong enough to kill him. Let's use kick. That would let us, now we've moved him, that does let us use the shop without killing him if we wanted to, but I don't want to do that, so I'm going to do that. Pick a card, second win, restore 10 health, cost -1 health per missing point. Normally costs 40 health. Wow. Okay. Raging Quad Blow, deal 2 damage 4 times. Or another double-edged sword. If we could get our strength up, this could be potentially good. I've seen things that increase strength by 5, which would put us to 6, which would make this 24. Double-edged, unless we can really boost that, I think this is still better, even with the Curse of Pain that we get. 183 gold. Let's go back to the shop. I'll go to this shop rather, see what we've got. Painkiller, restore 40 health. After 10 turns, lose 15. Redeemer's Blast, deal 31 damage. Costs -1 stamina per missing health point. Normally 24 stamina cost. Body Slam, deal 9 damage. 1 plus the current health times 0.2. 3D Printer, add a random card to the deck. Demonic Explosion. Costs 36 health, 6 stamina, 6 mana, deal 25 damage, radius 3, lose all of that. I think that's the one we saw earlier. Don't really love any of those. Curse 1, vodka, wine, beer. We could destroy. We have lots of pokes in our discard. Do I just want to save my money? think I might just... I don't feel like we've got any really powerful cards yet. Let's destroy a poke. Because they are not good cards and they will be even less good when we get down to the final floor. Let's go here. Yeah, the problem with having too many different cards is that we run out of space to hold them. And so they end up being discarded. So actually buying, you know, like a lot of copies of Punch and so on, or multiple copies of things like Double-Edged Sword can be really good as well. No more points of interest on this level. Fine. We will reveal the steps. And we could reveal these now to draw more, but our hand is full. So maybe again we'll go down and we can always come back up. Okay, so this is the last level in the dungeon. Let's go this way. One thing that is a little bit tricky is that unlike Minesweeper, where the numbers are on the tiles that you have already revealed, in this game the numbers are on the tiles that we have not yet revealed. And so when we click on them, the number goes away as well. So for example, if we click on this space, this number 2 will disappear no matter what we reveal here. And so we will lose the information that only 2 of the tiles in these red highlighted ones could contain enemies. So we need to just remember that ourselves. So I'm going to go that way. So still 2 of these tiles contain enemies. We know it can't be those 2. It's probably one here. Yeah, okay. Let's Raging Tribler you. And there are a lot of walls. Let's go this way. A rat. 11. Let's get rid of Energy Bolt. Free up some space in our hand. And use a punch to finish him off. Again, I want to get as much gold as I can before I go to the shop. Down there, reveal. We know this is safe. I wonder if I should just use this to draw 2. Use this to draw 2 now. Let's go here. Spiderling. We will poke you twice. Pick one. Stimulants. Discard all non-common cards. Restore 10 of each. Double attack. Deal 6 damage twice. Or whirlwind. Deal 11 damage in a radius of 1. It's not much damage for 6 stamina. I'm not sure whether this is currently factoring in our strength. I think it might be, actually. Whirlwind is almost more anyway. I'm not sure how this radius works if you've not revealed the tile. Let's take it anyway. Reveal location. Okay, events. Let's head for the event. Actually, we could have gone straight there. We didn't have to reveal that. A goblin with 8 armor and 19 health. Steals 100 gold on every attack. Drops the stolen gold on death. Okay. I think we hit you with a double-edged sword. Unfortunately, we don't have a poke. So we need to use something else. We'll use the energy bolt. Grab the gold. Head to the event. Okay, let's just do it. Ugh, the golem got me good. Remember, never fight the golem. Since I'm dying, perhaps he will continue my treasure hunt. My grandfather gave me this shovel. Yes, add 1 dig card to deck and begin a quest. I've never had a quest before. Finish him off, summon a vengeful spirit on a random tile. Why would we want to do that? Oh no, add 5 curses of nothing to the deck. Let's help him. Great, I've marked a spot on your map. Where have you marked? X marks the spot. All right, I guess we'll head over that way. A rat, a strong rat. I think we're gonna double-edged sword you. And then go here. Spiderling. We will hit you with a punch, I guess. As you can see, this is grayed out. That's because our stamina is down to 3, so we don't have enough to play this. And I guess we want to dig on this spot where X is. So let's use a fish. We'll replenish and dig there. And we got a chest. Steel scales increase maximum armor by 5. Potion of rebirth, destroy all cards. Pick a card out of a random selection of 5. Increase draw by 1. I assume that means destroy all cards in our hand. Pact with the Devil, increase regeneration by 1, decrease max health by 50. I really want to do Potion of Rebirth. I feel like we're not gonna get much benefit out of this, possibly, but I'll take it anyway. Okay, this is the door that we're trying to get to. But when we click on there, it's going to spawn the boss and goblins in all the surrounding tiles as well. So we have to be ready before we do that. The Curse of Pain has shown up. Let's play those 2 now to get rid of them. And I'm going to use another fish as well to heal that back and get a bit of stamina back. Also drop that. Song of Pain. You and all enemies lose 5 health. Double attack again. Ambush. Deal 11 damage to a random hidden enemy. Interesting. Becomes no use when we're fighting the boss though. Although this is really weak. I'll take ambush. Now there is only a hole. Let's go up this way. We're gonna have to... Again, we could ignore him. Do we want to just ignore him? Rather than use our cards? Because we've got a armor regen of 1. And he's doing 1 damage. So they're just going to cancel each other out. Let's use ambush. Which changed the number counts. So we kill somebody. Grab that. Demonic strength. Increase strength by 2. Decrease max health by 5. That's worth doing. Increases the damage of things like Raging Tri-Blow. But I wonder if I should just kill him anyway. So we can regenerate some armor. Okay, another kick. Which I think is tempting to take. Shadow Potion set. Okay, so this is an epic card. So the gems at the top indicate the rarity. So purple is epic. Green is actually rare. Blue is uncommon. And then grey is common. Set health to 1, lose all of that. Turn invisible for 10 turns. Nope. I'll take a kick. So that's going to be useful for moving the final boss off that gate so we can actually get through it. We need to reveal more cards though. So I'm going to keep on wandering over this way. I guess we may as well use a fast breathing now. And some more gold here. A 2722 goblin with 12 armor. That's a fair bit. Now, if I use Whirlwind on him, am I going to damage the boss? Will that reveal the boss? How does that work? Or does it only work on visible enemies? Don't know. Does it tell us? Goblin took 8 damage to him. I thought we were doing 11 damage to him. Maybe this just shows the base damage of the card. It doesn't take into account our strength. So we need to do 26 damage to him. That's quite a bit. If I do fast breathing followed by rested strike, we still need to do 12 damage. Good. Wait, Whirlwind is still there. Did we draw that back? Maybe we drew that back. A hidden enemy took 13 damage. A hidden enemy died. Oh, there must have been an enemy on this tile. Okay. Yeah, this is saying 2. So then I guess there's an enemy on the watchtower as well. Let's go find out. Yes. Poke. Just in time. Kill you. And... why is the watchtower not showing us what's behind these, I wonder? Should do. But it's not. Oh well. Ambush. Spiderling, poke you as well. One more enemy. Must be here. We have our double-edged sword back. Oh god, it's the mind vortex. No. Oh, that enemy is the worst. Okay, fine. Oh god, we lost half our deck. There is a card that will disable enemy abilities, which makes those guys much less bad. But we don't have it this run. Book of Strength, increase strength by 1. Yeah, let's take that. Dice of Destiny, draw 20 cards. Sacrificial Runes or Book of Strength. We need the cards. Go. Oh, so many of them are going straight to the discard pile because we don't have the space in our hand. Still, we're better off than we were. Grab the money. And we're going to go here. Gonna grab that. Smoke bomb, obscure a tile. Why would we want to obscure a tile? Oh, because it will let us, if we reveal the boss and we do some damage to him, but then we have to find a way to draw cards back into our hands so we can get enough damage to finish him off. If we use this to cover up his tile, I guess he won't regenerate health then. And so we can go away, we can click on all of the tiles that we haven't revealed in this level of the dungeon, high level of the dungeons, and then we can come back and then we can just carry on the fight essentially from where we left off. I think that's how that will be useful. And that might be something we need to do, given we do not have a single card that does massive amounts of damage. Destroy 5 random cards in deck, add 5 random cards to the deck. Yeah, let's take a smoke bomb. Who knows? Maybe it will be useful. And let's go to the shop. Okay, we're looking for something that does a lot of damage. Deal 8 damage, increase its damage by 5 and radius by 1 after 1 turn. Decrease its damage by 5 and radius by 1. Interesting. All out attack, 54 damage. Costs us 6 health, but that's a good strong card. So these things are not they're not artifacts, you might think, as a kind of deck building Slay the Spire style game. there are no artifacts in this game. All of the things like this that look like artifacts are just benefits that happen when you buy them. And then obviously these are cards that go in our deck. Forgery. Add 1 copy of a card in your hand to your deck. Lose all of that. It's pretty bad. I'm going to take all-out attack. And I think that's all that I want from this store. We've only got 85 gold. I don't really want to get rid of concentration because it's good for the card draw. So we will leave that there. So how we set up, we've got both copies of this. We don't have our all-out attack. We might draw it with concentration. Purchase cards go into your draw pile. And he's going to spawn helpers on, I think, all 3 of these tiles. So what we may want to do is kill his minions. And then move him out of the way. When we go through this gate, though, any enemies on this floor that are still alive will attack us. So if we can't take the damage that they're dealing out, we will die and lose the run. I'm not convinced that we're strong enough, but let's go for it. Okay, Goblin Leader, 241 health, 114 armor. And has summoned 3 goblins. He only attacks for 7 though, so if we can kill these 3, we can kick him with that. So let's do that right now. Let's kick you out of the way of the gate. And actually, we could probably leave now. Can we leave now? How much damage are they doing? 12, 17, plus 7. Is 24. So yeah, we could just go. I don't want to just go. I want to try and kill some of his minions first. So let's do 29 damage to you. 29 damage to you. And oh yeah, that does use up our resources, doesn't it? Okay, well, we can get some back with fish. First, let's kill you with our pokes. Then use a fish. I am gonna hit you with that, hit you with that, use a fish, hit you with that. I can collect the gold, that's fine. I can collect this, that's fine. Impale restore 10 stamina, draw 2 cards. Victorious Strike, deal 14 damage on kill, restore 9 stamina. This is probably the best thing for us right now. I don't know if this is possible. This just feels too hard. We do have our smoke bomb, so we could do 7. That was penetrating, so it went through his shield. We can punch him. We can draw 2. Whoops, I didn't mean to play that. It's alright, draw 2 cards, get rid of the curse. Use the fish. Smoke bomb is free. Let's do all-out attack. Restore 3. Hit you and move you there. And then we're going to smoke bomb. So 33 and 235. We then reveal all of these to draw cards back in. We know that that is the only tile. If we had our smoke bomb back, we could safely do it again, but we don't. Let's dig a hole, get the bag. Singularity, deal 3 damage. The sum of our strength and magic. That's not much. It's free, I suppose. Quick slash, deal 9 damage, draw a card. Acid splash, 4 damage, lower target's armor regen. That's not going to matter if we don't move away, which we're going to try not to. Guess we could take quick slash. Let's do fast breathing. Let's do green pill. Wait, was that consumable? It's yes, it was. Okay. Let's go back up and reveal some of these to draw. Reveal that. Reveal these. We know an enemy will never appear on a wall, so that's safe. Oh, did we just lose? Oh wait, no, the smoke bomb is consumable, right? So it's not even back in our deck. I wonder if we try and reveal an enemy here just to use up the pokes and draw more powerful cards into our hand. Yeah, just to be clear, we do not have to kill this guy. We've got enough health that we could just go through the gate. But I want to try and see whether it's possible with this deck. Let's reveal that. Okay, great. Spiderling, get rid of you. Let's just draw a card. Skip 5 turns. So let's just draw 5 cards, basically. Ambush is actually... That's interesting. We could just have a deck full of ambush cards. Just keep playing those with him hidden. That would work. However, most of the time he's not going to be hidden, so I guess we wouldn't want to skip 5 turns because then he would do 5 lots of damage to us. Well, we might be able to get away with that. Sure, go on, let's take that. Another one of you, so we'll poke you to get rid of you. We'll go back up to the top floor. If we reveal somebody here, though, we're going to have to use one of our better attacks. So, no, let's just go down. If we can do it, we can do it. If we can't, we can't. We can rest here, but then we'll discard a card at random. We may end up discarding a good card. So, down we go. Reveal. Oh, you spawn all your dudes again? Oh, man. Okay, I was not expecting that. Well, then I guess we can't kill you, can we? I guess we can't kill you. We can do a whirlwind. It's part of the reason I got that. We can kill you with 9. They do drop loot, which I guess is good. Banish an enemy to the level below. Double attack or kick. So we get banish. We could banish one of the minions if we actually draw it. Sure, we'll take that. 15 damage from this, so we'll do that. The gold, pick up the gold. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. Because if it might matter. I can go up. I could go back up the stairs. Oh, wait. Oh, no, hang on. The stairs were here, weren't they? He's hiding the stairs. I need to do 11 damage. See you with that. Then punch you. So I could go back up the stairs, take 7 damage, then use camping supplies. But for every turn I'm away, he is going to be regenerating 11. Actually, I haven't done any damage. Oh, I've done a little bit of damage to him. So his armor would probably get back up to 116. Let's try it. I think we're fine. Yes, that's fine. So we're safe here because there's no enemies here, so we use camping supplies. Banish an enemy to the level below. Okay, that's not gonna help us now. Can we just... I suppose we can play that with nothing. Store 3. Draw 2. Yeah, okay. Back down. And he's back up. Yeah, because we've spent enough time, enough turns away. It's not that bad because we're not going to be able to do this. We're not going to be able to do this. Hit you with that. I will hit you with that. I will eat a fish. Hit you with an energy bolt. I will punch you multiple times, and then I'm out of stamina. Can I banish you? Can't banish from the lowest level. No, I can't. So that's all I can do. So we can't kill him. We're way off being able to kill him. But it doesn't matter. We've got access to the gate. We can go through it. And we win. Nice. You unlock. Win any map with the same amount of maximum stamina and maximum mana. Oh, interesting. Okay. Unlock the Robo class. Win one time. Unlock Gemini as another starting option. Finish the first doors as a human. So we've unlocked the second map in the game, the caverns. Finish any dungeon in under 100 turns. Unlocked Time Rush. Don't know what that is. Is that a dungeon or a mode? I actually don't know. And that's it. Good. There you have it. That's my first success. Yeah, Robo is another class, and it was not one of the ones that was originally available to us. So there are just some classes or some races that are hidden behind hidden achievements, effectively, I guess. Wow, he has an interesting lineup of cards there. But yeah, there you go. That is Innkeeper's Basement. I think this is a really cool game. Actually, it is still in early access. You can see here from the main menu, it's currently on version 0.25a. But it's a lot of fun. I really like it, and there's a lot of customization as well that you can do in terms of your deck. I mean, when you bear in mind how many different starting races, if there are 16 different races and 24 different classes, that's a lot of different combinations of these cards. Some of which presumably are going to be more feasible than others. And then in addition to that, you've got these modifiers here. So we unlock Gemini at the end of that run, gain a copy of a random card you own for every 15 cards that couldn't be drawn. I'm guessing there's probably some kind of unlock for defeating that Goblin Leader boss as well, given how hard it is to do. So yeah, which makes it interesting as well if you know that there's other stuff that you can be hunting for. So if you are interested in picking it up, it is available on Steam now. It is only $7. It is in early access. Expected to be in early access for about the next 6 months. The developer also has a Discord. It's open to feedback on the game. So yeah, if you're interested in that, go pick that up or wishlist it. But that is going to do it for me for now. So thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, this is BDLM signing out. Bye for now.